Hello and welcome to another episode of me painting again. I've got myself a bit of a challenge this time. Well, each painting's a challenge to be honest. But this one, I'm not really sure if it'll work on this kind of paper. Or maybe I should go darker. Ooh, there's a blob of water still on there. Didn't even notice that. Good job I've got a tea towel. The mighty tea towel. Right, so I'm gonna need some of this with a little bit of the white in it to make it more opaque. Right, let's get this show on the road. Yeah, this is that paint. Schmink. Quinacent violet, I don't know. You could use that or alizarin crimson, it doesn't matter. In fact, I should have used alizarin crimson, it's easier to say. Right, let's get some of this going in places. This is our awesome looking sky that we're going to be doing. See, I don't want to always do blue skies or grey skies. There's so many different skies. When you, like me, I go to work early morning, and at the moment I have to say, all I see is black. So it's not that exciting at the moment. It's a bit boring. But sometimes when it changes, when it starts changing a little bit, then the sky changes colour. And then you get different ones, different colours, and you get some amazing different skies. So that being said, let's do something different today. So I'm going to use a bit of the blue as well. Put this together. It makes a sort of a nice lavendery colour. We want to use that for our clouds, because we've got clouds on top of all this, and then we're going to have the ruin. So we've got some of the red, and then we've got this. Use loads of colour as well. Throw in a little bit of black, a little bit of the old ivory black. More the old blue and black, black and blue. Just spinning the bristles a little bit. So I don't want to get rid of all this red, but it is behind the clouds. Okay. white. Gonna get a bit more of the white in with our colour. Just bluey, really white. And I'll start bringing some of these clouds. Now I'm sort of wiggling my brush up and down like that. So I want the clouds to almost have spikes on them. Because this is a dangerous place to be. I know it's not Halloween. I'm getting a little bit carried away. Okay, that'll give us a good sky. Now I'm going to switch brushes. Now we've got this building. I'm going to be doing it in the blue and the black and the red. Not needing that many colours today. In fact, this is about right. Oops, knocked everything off. There we go. So, we've got roofs. We've got roofs without the roofs on them. This is a photo that I took when I went for a walk looking for the old house. Unfortunately, the place burnt down. It's a bit more like that. I think what I'll do is I'll paint the windows in second. I was thinking of just leaving the windows and then painting them in afterwards. If I need some sky, I'll just grab my other brush and go. Okay, I think that's more there. Yeah, I think that's better. Just trying to get the main building shape in first. Sort of blue, reddish, blackish colour. There's another, I think what I'll do is I'll chuck a bit more of the blue on the palette so I can use it in a minute. Once I've blocked in this shape, I can start playing around a little bit more. But we've got to do the blocking in first. Got all these chimneys here. There's a load of chimneys. Like that. There's a window there. There's another one there. And then actually, in front of here, it was just all trees, so you couldn't really see much. So I like to be a bit inventive and add a little bit. We're going to add a little bit more into it. But it just shows, you know, when you're using gouache and watercolour, it just shows you can do a lot more than just light coloured paintings, doesn't it? You can go dark and you can do anything really using the gouache as well. You can do anything that an acrylic painter or an oil painter or any kind of painter can do. You don't have to always be that soft light, the sort of paintings you tend to see in the how-to books. They all tend to look quite alike, really. You can do so much more than you think. See, you can really, there's a really unusual chimney stack here as well. Might do like that. That's about right. For the rest of it's just fallen away. There must have been a roof, another roof there, I think. We'll emphasise it a bit. There is actually a gap there in real life. And then there's another top. About right there. It's a shame when these old houses get ruined though, isn't it? I used to live near this this big park, and I used to take my dog round it all the time. And for ages I didn't realise it was originally a park owned by somebody, and they used to walk along their private park in their private gardens. I don't know why I didn't really think about it. I mean, there was great big stables there. That was all that was left, really. Yeah, and then more chimneys. There's a bit of a roof here as well. Yeah, and then one day they put a plaque thing up to show you that it was what the house used to look like originally. And I was like, oh wow. I was just minding my own business, walking the dog, and I saw the plaque and I was like, whoa. Couldn't believe it. Funny thing was, when I used to walk around there, I did notice some of the trees were a bit fancier than I thought they should be there. Just putting a tree in. Talking of trees, there's a great big tree here. Gonna need a bit more paint. Bit more paint. Yeah, and there was one area of the garden that I used to think, oh, it's almost like they planted those trees purposely like this, I used to think. And they did, because that was the entrance to the house. I don't know why I didn't really realise. Yeah, like I was saying, there was a great big stables there. A great big stable. I used to think that was it, actually, where the stable was. I just assumed that was it. The stables are the areas that tend to survive, because there's another place that I know, and there was a big house there as well, and yeah, the stable survived there as well. How strange. Anyway, might as well straighten this off a little bit. And there's actually a great big tree over here as well. It does quite nicely frames this painting, to be honest. I ain't got a clue what kind of tree that is though. Right, let's have a look at this. Now we're getting somewhere, sort of. I want to bring out some of these light spots using a bit of this. Although the red vanishes in places, I still want some of it to be shown in the sky. And of course, there is areas where I want it to be shown in the windows, because some of the windows are, you can just see straight through, and there's a light pink. Even this window below, you can Let's see in a bit darker, because you can use the cloud colours. Bit more colour in those bits. Okay, and also you can see a nice bit of colour in this window down here. And there's a smaller window there. It's got a bit of colour in. Down here there's a window. It's getting a bit of light. I think that needs darkening, to be honest. I think I went a bit too light there. Get some of my dark back. Makes it easier if I draw them in, doesn't it? So I can check to see if they're about right. That window's a bit smaller. There's another one of them over here. This is a big chimney stack, and there's a longer window there. Something like that, and then there's some light, like there's a door. You can see there's sort of light here. Here at the window stack, there's, I mean the because there's a what we need to start doing is adding a little bit of blue and white. We need a different colour we can put on here so we can sort of lighten areas and darken areas. So I don't want it to be full on black. Some areas I don't mind to be darker than others, mind you. It's just some areas I don't want it to be complete darkness. I'm going to put a bit of a ridge there. And there's a pillar and a pillar, like the entrance. That's the idea anyway. Okay, and then this. Some light on these. There's a bit of a ridge there. I need to avoid lightest lights. I'm trying to keep things quite subtle. This can be a bit lighter than what it is, just to send it away a bit. Okay, and then this chimney stack. Goes quite dark there. Working out what's getting more light than others, because I've gone a little bit off course to my reference photo. And when I say off course, I'm way off. It was blue sky and sunshine when I took the photo. But I thought it had promise. I thought this picture has promised to be something else. That's not dark enough now. I need to redarken some areas with some black and blue, because it's all covered in ivy up here. So I won't do it a solid colour. It's got blue and black, and I'll leave gaps as well. And this could do with darkening. That's a bit better. Okay, tree growing there. I don't think this would get as much light as it's got. I think maybe that door's open, something like that. Straighten that off a little bit. Some more of this ivy. Okay, and then let's have a look at that. I think what I need to do, because the light areas are sort of got a bit dull. So I need to relight those bits. I kind of want to have a bit more I might change the door as well. Don't really like the door that much. But yeah. So, let's use a smaller brush. See, my bright bits have lost their brightness. So I'm going to put them back in. Using this brush. Just have a little bit in that one, and that one there, this one as well. That door. I'm thinking maybe, what if the door had like 2 windows like that? That looks pretty good. Bit of light in this window and this window. Quite liking the door now actually. It looks kind of cool. Going to give it a bit more blue on this side now. Get a little bit of that blue. Get sort of a purpley colour. And I can use that to add light to areas that need a bit of light. Maybe on the windowsill. Maybe there's a bit more light on the... that's not quite bright enough. A bit more light and... some of these. Yeah, and you could go into as much detail as you want. I think maybe there would be something on that. It'd be have some sort of fancy thing. I don't know what. Maybe there's some things there and maybe there's a few steps as well. I don't know. This is all a bit made up. There we go. A few steps, indications anyway, and then yeah, you could do all sorts of things with yours. I've quite enjoyed doing this actually. It's good to try out different things, I think. I like trying to paint other stuff, see if it works. I want a dull bluey red just to highlight some of these trees a bit. I think about the light and these trees. And then a bit in this on this tree as well. Just adding a little bit more to that area. Oh yeah, I got rid of my dark area now. The ivy that grows down. I'm going to make sure I got the ivy. I've got a bit from over there as well. Yeah. Bit of ivy growing up this side as well. But there we go. There's a bit of an old building in the dark, in the depths. Some steps. Looks a bit like a haunted place. It's got quite a lot of atmosphere going on, hasn't it? I do quite like it. The only thing I think's missing is a bit of a sort of a bluish cloud that breaks this up. Catching a little bit more light. I prefer that. It's just got a little bit more to it. A bit more lighting to it. So, I think I've captured what I wanted to capture. You could spend hours though doing all the little details if you wanted to. Like breaking this bit there. and getting every little bit done. But I think I'm quite happy with that actually. Yeah. I think I'll call that one finished. I hope that looks okay on camera. I can't really tell, but it was definitely a fun one. The only thing I can think of, I know I've just said it's finished, but you know me. What I haven't put there, and there was quite a lot of blackbirds hanging around, so put a few in the sky and dotted about the place. Just put quick little shapes. No, I've got a few on there. That's about right. But anyway, there we go. There's my derelict building with a bit of a warm, sort of different type of sky with a pinkish glow. So thanks very much for watching this one, and I'll see you at another one. Let's get rid of that. Cheers, bye.